even if you love video games and all that stuff, how annoying is it? I'm going to hold it close now. How annoying is this music?
It's really annoying.
It is quite annoying, isn't it?
But I liked your dancing. You can't help yourself, can you?
It's just a head nodding. It's going to change me. Listen. I genuinely don't know how to turn it off.
Video game technology has changed a lot in the last 40 years. Just get it over there. And you can see it has changed a lot. We've got some old things here, an old Commodore 16, a Commodore 16. That's an Xbox. I don't know what the thing is at the front. Why have we got them here?
British Science Museum, looking at how the industry has evolved over the years. Breakfast, Tim Muffet is there in amongst some of the gadgetry. Morning to you, Tim.
Yeah, good morning to you. And this, for many, is where it all started. Pong, 1972. Simple, but very, very addictive. I've played this many times. And as you say, this place, Power Up, this event at the Science Museum, is a real celebration of retro gaming. Have a look over here. You mentioned the Commodore earlier. Well, check out this. This is the Amstrad CPC 464. Look, with a built-in cassette deck. So you could load your games in there, wait 20 minutes for them to start, and then sometimes they'd crash. But hey, it was part of the joy of it all. So we thought it'd be interesting to get a man who's very, very famous in the modern-day gaming world to get his take on this. If you've ever played Minecraft, you might be familiar with Stampy. This is what he had to make of this celebration of retro gaming.
3, 2, 1.
Stampy is a star thanks to Minecraft, the 3D construction game. He uploads the games he's played to YouTube and offers advice. What's it like to be playing Minecraft with the real Stampy sat next to you?
It's incomprehensible.
But Joe Garrett, to give him his real name, was born in 1990. So what does he make of this celebration of retro gaming?
I was kind of born, I guess, right in the middle of gaming's history, and it's only as I've got older that I've kind of become interested in the old stuff.
This is an old console from the 70s. How does it feel to be playing something like this?
Well, I've never played any kind of game, I guess, since before the 90s, so this is really my first experience. I haven't worked out how to shoot yet, I guess will be
I think it's the red button there. So this is Manic Miner on the Sinclair Spectrum, long before your time.
I think one of the fun things about these older games, you kind of have to use your imagination and kind of go into fantasy land a lot more than modern games, which are so high definition and realistic.
What do you make of this game?
I think it's actually quite fun. It's like normal ping pong, but if you just can't go outside, then play this.
This game's from 1987. What do you think of it?
It's quite simple. Back then they would have found it really exciting.
I remember those days well.
Hello, this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video.
Stampy's videos have been viewed more than 6 billion times. There's no disputing his impact on the world of gaming and the amount of time kids spend in front of a screen. So this is Sonic the Hedgehog.
This is something that I feel much more familiar with.
People talk about now the concerns about screen time. The same concerns were being raised when this was out.
I think that it was probably actually worse, back playing kind of some of these older games, because it was normally much more of a solitary experience. Unless you got your brother and sister there or friends over, you're mainly playing by yourself. One of the biggest changes that the gaming industry has ever had is the ability to play online. It's not just the playing of the game, it's the community it creates. Someone might be starting at a new school, and then once they find out that someone else likes a game that they like, there's just a million conversations they can have.
There are downsides though, aren't there? Some people are worried that kids could be contacted by people who shouldn't be contacting them.
So there's always parental controls that can be put in place to make them safe. The problem is not every parent knows about them or is putting them in place, and that's where the risks are.
A lot to think about, so many memories. We've got an Atari console here from 1978, a BBC computer, 1981. Let's have a quick chat to Siobhan Thomas. She's from the London South Bank University, and you're the Director of Games Design and Development. Siobhan, what do you make of this event?
It's fascinating. I feel really lucky. I arrived this morning and I've had free reign, and I've been able to play a load of different historical games on the original consoles, which is unheard of. It's a dream come true, really.
How big a deal is the gaming industry now? Because some people watching this will be just like, what? How, does it really matter? Is it something worth celebrating? Some people will wonder.
I think the games industry does so much more than make games. It changes culture in a very, very profound way. I mean, the things that people develop now go beyond what people thought games could be used for. When Elite was being made at university by David Braben and Ian Bell, I'm sure they didn't imagine that people would be using games to train and to address really serious crises in the world. Like, we're working on a games project right now at the university where we're making a training game to teach people how to manage humanitarian crises, deal with Ebola, tsunamis, floods, and it's not something that you would have ever thought that games could do.
It's very interesting stuff. Siobhan, thanks so much indeed. I'll let you carry on playing Chucky Egg. Good luck, get a high score. Let's have a quick chat to 3 gamers here, all in their 20s, and Danny is 30. What do you make of these retro games? Because for you, the idea of loading a game, waiting 20 minutes for it to start, is something which probably sounds very, very strange.
Yes, and I'd be quite impatient for that.
What do you think? Is there a kind of a charm to some of these retro games which you don't get with games today?
Yeah, I actually think that's true. The old games have a bit of simplicity, I think, that the modern games, which have, you know, lots of different leveling systems and crafting items and stuff. With this, it's just platforms, shooting aliens, and linear progression. It's quite nice and uncomplicated.
Yeah, you can see how they've evolved over the years. Thanks so much indeed. And it's interesting, actually, because some old computers, like the BBC computer here, are having modern-day games especially written for them. So it does seem there is a kind of a retro appeal. People are becoming more interested in the history of gaming, and that is very much what is being celebrated here at the Science Museum. It starts today and it goes on for 10 days.
Tim, thanks very much.